And with that, I'd like to introduce you to our first speakers. It's Corey Boelkens and Jessica Johnston-Meyers, and they are with RaftUp Technologies, so it has a strong boating connection. Okay.
What's the address of your emergency?
I'm on the Lake of the Ozarks, and I'm in a boat, and I think I have hit something, and I think I'm close to the Grand Glade Bridge.
Okay, are you injured?
Yes, please. I have
Okay,
two. I have two
what?
people with me. I have two people with me, both injured.
Can you get to shore?
No,
Okay. Can you tell me what kind of injuries the other passengers have?
I have two injured pretty bad with lots of bleeding. Please hurry.
All right, I'm gonna try to stay on the phone with you. Okay.
Please help us.
That little voice at the end always gets me. So this was a real 911 call. We had a father and his daughters who were out on the water. They had an accident. And though they were rescued, it took over 45 minutes from the time they placed that call until help came to their boat. See, they called 911 and they spoke to a dispatcher. And that dispatcher had a decision to make. She had to decide which side of the bridge she was going to send her first responders to first. She chose the wrong side. And despite the fact that they were less than a quarter of a mile from where the rescue boats were docked, they had to wait nearly an hour for help. The people on that boat made the same decision that you or I would have. They called 911. They assumed that when they made that call, the dispatcher would know their location. They were wrong.
911.
You're not alone. We all have the same problem. I'm sorry.
Corey's going to use his mic.
I like to talk. You're not alone. We all assume that calling 911, they know where your location is. Well, in most enhanced systems in cities, that is the case. But we're talking about rural America, where recreation is inherently dangerous. And I've built this system along with my COO, Jessica Johnston-Meyers, so that we can urgently build an amazing outdoor connected experience, but also a safer experience on the water. The challenge today is that our cell phones rely on a tower-based triangulation system. And 80% of calls to 911 are on our mobile devices. Not all calls to 911 are for emergencies. We're broken down. We need help. We bonk on the divide, right? 3 times longer for rural emergency response. And folks on the water, this happens over 100,000 times a year. So it's 2018, and why is it that I have 3 ways to contact Walmart and 1 way to communicate with and engage with first responders?
Well, ultimately, it's because, like it or not, safety just is not sexy, right? It is very rare that 911 funding gets somebody reelected. And most users don't want to pay for a safety app that they think they'll never need, right? So that's why Corey created RaftUp.
Right. So all of us have stories, and some of us a few years ago sat down and started sharing those stories. We were lost and stuck and stranded. Something happened to us. A hunter fell out of a tree. And it came to me, it's 2015. Why the heck haven't we solved this problem? So I've done a lot of research with my wife. I've talked to thousands of people, marina operators to outfitters. And what I found is that everyone wants a location-aware mobile application that's free to use, with tons of utility, but most of all, we love social engagement and community. And guess what? We built it. We built RaftUp 1.0 to showcase not only where to go, dive locations, fishing locations across the country. Pictures can be posted in activities just like Facebook. We have real-time water flow that shows you in some areas of the country when to go floating or not just by color codes, and we have an Alexa app too. This is free to use. We partner with marinas and outfitters to get this in the hands of individuals so they can see where their renters are rather than a paper map, see where their friends and family are, and most importantly, they can send a smart SOS alert, not a text message, not to people just in their app. They can send a smart SOS that would notify their friends and family, people around them, anywhere if they're using the app around the world, and they would get notified and know where their location is in real time. But that's not enough. We had to take it to the next level, and we took it to the Lake of the Ozarks. Lake of the Ozarks was voted #1 recreational boating lake in the country by USA Today, and is the 3rd most dangerous body of water in the country by the US Coast Guard. Perfect lab environment. That's where I met Fire Chief Jeff Dorhauer.
Right, so working at a lake considered the 3rd most dangerous in the country, you can imagine that the fire chief was very familiar with search and rescue operations. He understood the pain involved in not finding someone or in finding someone just a little too late. So you might be wondering what this has to do with Adventure Safe. Well, let me explain. See, Chief Dorhauer gave us a challenge. He said he loved being able to have a social boating community, but he wanted something different. He wanted to find a way to reduce the response times in a rural recreational emergency. And he said that if we could find a way to reduce those times and help more people faster, well, he would help us dispatch or distribute our technology across the entire region.
And we did it. We now have a free enhanced public safety platform that's live and running and monitoring 1,400 miles of Lake of the Ozarks waterfront. It provides real-time alert and tracking for the nearest available first responder or public resource to a victim. We're auto-dispatching, reducing that workload that's on that 911 that we continually throw at people. We provide SMS and geo-broadcast notifications. We have one-to-one messages, but also soon automated alerts for bad weather and other things that can be defined in a geofence. We can integrate with 911 CAD systems, park systems. We can provide local weather and marine conditions for inland and offshore. We provide support for fleet tracking for vehicles and boats. And most importantly, because everybody asks this question, hey, this is mobile, Corey, we provide a chance for you to upload a trip log for areas that have limited cell connectivity or none at all. So if you go to a park, you register, log that float plan, share that hunting plan with your friends and family, but most importantly, those hiking, biking plans with the nearest provider, and we can support all of that.
So the question now is, did we do it, right? Right, and how did we do? So we're gonna let our friends talk to you about that.
Idea was great. We finally put it to the test today, and it's just amazing. I mean, as soon as you hook on the link, it takes you, shows you where the location is. You know, we deal in the response time. And on water, we've had so many scenarios where you're so far away, they really don't know where they're at, and we don't either. And our response time sometimes is quite long, and you know, in the high traffic areas, some of these calls are pretty severe, and it's impressive. It's just amazing how much it's going to cut down on response time. Totally impressed with it.
So I think we met their challenge and surpassed it. Don't you?
Yes, and something that we may not have mentioned before, we're actually able to bring this to these areas for free. So this is an enhancement to their existing 911 platform that doesn't cost them a thing.
And add to that, it's a cloud-based solution, no software, no hardware, and this can be used at parks and tourism locations, public agencies that are not here, and we're already in conversations with an international deployment. It's not just for 911, it's for everyone. So the vision of RaftUp, what we're doing with RaftUp and what we're doing with the Adventure Safe network is now we're going to expose Adventure Safe, the platform in the community, to other app developers. It's not just for our apps, it's for also the Stravas of the world, or the water truck touring apps, or some of the other ones out there. There are tons of app developers, but what we want to see is the vision, and the vision is simple. Our platform, our global safety platform, is alive and ready today, and it's ready for recreation for tomorrow.
Right. So we've heard a lot today about the power of public and private partnerships. And as you can see, we've begun to build some pretty great relationships. Lots and lots of federal, state, and local entities are working with us to help bring this next generation safety network to their area. But the question is really, what can you guys do today, and why are we here? Well, the most obvious reason, right, is to get out your phone. Right? We would love to have you get out your phone, download the RaftUp app, and become a part of our growing community. Because it's only by working together that we're going to be able to keep your adventures safe.
So the next time you're out on the water and your two daughters are with you, let's not find you on the opposite side of that bridge, because guess what? We will be there to help you. Adventure safe, less search, more rescue. Thank you.